secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe, the secret cannot be told. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. Kind of old. Kind of old. Kind of old. Kind of old. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. Secrets of the universe and soul. The 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 secrets of the universe and soul. Secrets of the universe and soul. The 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 secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. The secrets of the universe cannot be told. The moment you let them out, you lose control. Money, fame, and sexual gain get kind of old. Market gimmick signs to your gold and soul. Life's too short to lose the game. There's one worthless material things. Worthless material things. Material thing. Life's too short to lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the game. Lose the. Lose the. Lose the. Lose the. Lose the. Lose the. Lose the game. The game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Edmonton-Blender-Artists Meetups. So, I just, if anyone shows up, I spend my first bit of the time going through what's going on here. See if anyone shows up today for this meetup. I've been doing this for almost a year now, and all sorts of people have popped in, including one of the core developers from California for Blender. So, this Blender meetup is for people of all sorts of experiences, and I kind of like judge as people show up. And if no one shows up, I got a backup plan as well to kind of continue on this meetup and stream. So, what is Blender? Blender is free and it's open source. It's 3D animation and modeling software. It has many uses and many capabilities, from 2D modeling and animating to 3D modeling and animating to 2D modeling and animating. You can video edit with it. You can image edit with it. You can storyboard. You can make models for gaming. You can even make models now and connect it to a 3D printer and print your creations within Blender. It's very useful for many things. And again, it's free and it's open source, which is a beautiful thing. Who am I? I'm Chris. I am a visual music artist and producer who lives in Edmonton. I am hearing impaired. I emphasize that just if anyone comes in and you have an accent or you speak softly, just know that. If you need me to answer something, speak up, and you can also use the chat to type if need be. I'm the creator of this meetup, Edmonton-Blender-Artists. I really fell in love with Blender, and I've been using it for a couple of years now, many years now actually. And I wanted to see if there's people in Edmonton, and then I noticed on Meetup.com that there's no one doing a meetup in Edmonton, and there's meetups for Blender all over the world, and people pop in and out of them. But Edmonton didn't have one because I'd like to meet people in real life who have the same passion for Blender as I do. I will manage this group and I'll guide it. I do this little presentation in the beginning here just to kind of wait and see. Sometimes people pop in, sometimes they don't. But I do this anyways to kind of explain what's going on. And I'm trying to host this meetup online once a month, maybe every 2 months, for about an hour, maybe two, depending on how it goes. At the moment, I don't have any plans for doing it in real life, but if there is a desire, maybe we'll do it in real life, one day. Go out and have some pints and talk about Blender and show each other our work, or just do it in more of a kind of classroom setting. But right now, it's just all online. Why we're here is to meet people in Edmonton who have a passion for Blender, to share a passion with each other, like show and tells. On previous meetups, we've had some of our guests show their unique and individual projects they've been working on Blender, and a lot of them are very impressive, and everyone was completely doing something different, which was also awesome. And I like to create a community where we teach each other what we know, from the basics for newbies to advanced for the experts and everything in between, and to create a hub in Edmonton, Alberta, and Canada to find artists for, if there's companies out there that are looking for artists, maybe they can come here and find a list of artists, or they can watch these streams and see what people have presented, and maybe collaborate together. If we develop relationships, we can make short films together, we can make animations, music videos, and all the wonderful things that we can create with Blender. The plan for the meetups generally is what I'm doing right now for the first 10 minutes. Just I keep trying to have structured, but every once in a while someone pops in and then I say hello and then we start talking and then it goes off the rails, but in a good way, and we get into like sharing and stuff. But I'm trying to keep it in some sort of structured way, where the first 10 minutes I'm just kind of waiting and doing this presentation and explaining what the plan is and all that stuff, and then 10 minutes to half an hour, if there's any newbies, we can like go over the basics of Blender, any questions they have, and work through that. And then the other half hour to an hour, talk to people if they want to show their work and explain what they're doing and all that. And then beyond that, I always finish the stream off. If like no one shows up today, I'll go right into it. But if people do show up at the end, if it hasn't gone that long, I like to work on a project I call Old MacDonald that I've been working on since I started this. And it just repetitively building an interesting little farm that shows the basics as I go, and it's starting off really cute and simple, and over time I want to explore more ways to make it more than that. And during any of the time during these meetups, you're welcome to say something in the comments, or say something if you're in the meetup. If you got the link for the chat, which you can find on the event page on Meetup in Edmonton-Blender-Artists, you can come in and actually hang out and talk or show your screen or whatever. You can say something anytime. This is an open and friendly forum. You don't have to be shy. The content of these streams and meetups will be on YouTube, and the link can be found in the chat if anyone shows up. And there's also a Telegram channel that I'm created, and the stream goes there. But also, that's the place I want to kind of put, for all the people locally, if they want to help out and if someone has a question about Blender or they're struggling and they just can't figure it out, they can pop in there. Maybe someone can help them. And then Meetup.com is where you can find the meetups and the information on the meetups and the group for Edmonton-Blender-Artists. And maybe down the road I'll make a website, depending on if people are really into that, and we can actually like kind of have like a central Edmonton-Blender-Artists website where we can have profiles of people and they can have links to on their profiles and all that stuff to share for any prospecting companies or people who are looking for independent artists to help them with their projects. And that's about it there. I see a David W in here. How's it going, David W? I can 1 second here. I can put you on the if you want to talk, I can put you on there. Just say in the chat if you want to talk on the stream. If you want to. Yeah, you got a thumb up there? Okay, I'll add you. I think you can talk now. Can you?
Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me?
There you go. How's it going?
Yeah, I tried typing in the chat, but StreamYard was just like dragging me away, like in exiting the meeting. It was odd, but
weird.
Happy to join.
Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good, cold Edmonton weather, but it's good to see. Good to be in the new year.
Yeah, there you go. And then I remember you're from last time, David Wolf, right? And you had the ASL stuff you're working on.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Good. It's good fun. Good fun.
And congratulations, you're married now?
Yes. Can't quite see this. It's just like a solidified modifier on a circle, but it's yeah. Did want to come to the November one, but I was unfortunately spoken for that day.
Yeah, no worries.
but it's good to see see there. Any new updates with music videos yourself?
I'm always creating stuff. I never stop creating stuff. I try not to make the Blender Edmonton artist about me, but yeah, I'm always making music videos and all that stuff.
Nice.
And How are you? Are you working on anything new?
Trying to do some refactoring of some code. There's a frustration of the like Claude Code and Gemini are both better coders than me, but don't understand what I'm doing. So I have to, try and like slowly, because I know they'll have certain things, they'll be able to do certain things I can't, but it's sometimes hard for them to be like, just take this thing that works and then use it over here. But they'll be like, I'll refactor this. And sometimes it comes out great, and sometimes it's just doesn't work. But it is certainly interesting to see how the tools have developed since starting my project of like what I can give to them now and where they're still falling short.
Sorry, 1 second here. Oh yeah, gotta do switch over here.
Hmm. I'm not able to hear you. I see your mouth moving at this moment, but I'm not getting any audio from you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry about that. I had a bit
It
of a
it,
snag there.
it happens all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Now we just gotta do this. Theater. Why is this? Uh, what is going on here? Um, Hello? No. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. I unplugged one thing and it screwed up everything else. Really apologize about that. All right, so back on, you were talking about your project. Were you specifically talking about the ASL project? ALS?
Yeah, I'm trying to redo the exporter, which is like a mammoth like Python script that's just goes through, grabs a bunch of rigs, retargets them, puts them into an A position, puts them into T position, and exports them. I have this view of I want to be kind of agnostic on, like, I don't really know whether, the winning format's going to be Mixamo or MetaHumans or something else. So it's just one of those, well, if I can get them to all output, that's like covers the bases. But now I'm trying to clean it up. It's
MetaHumans? Is that
uh,
you said that's like Mixamo?
Mixamo is one of the formats I can output, but MetaHumans is Unreals. They're like pretty decent, like realistic, but I'm not sure whether avatar technology is going to go hyper realistic or not. It's kind of hard to tell because once something wins, we'll know. But until something wins, you've kind of got to cover your bases because when a technology is still in its infancy, it's really hard to know which format to back.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think of should we? You had your stuff on GitHub last time, right? Didn't you?
Yes,
It was on GitHub.
I can see if I still
This
can't.
one, right?
Yep.
Sign
Yep.
language. And then, did you write the code in Python yourself to
I used a lot of AI assistants, but yes, I've
AI
been
systems?
like, yeah,
What are
just
you using open source AI? Are you using like ChatGPT or something, or?
I tend to rotate between them because, like, they're often brilliant, but they're also sometimes incredibly frustrating, and you don't know how I could explain it better to a machine what I am trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So often I'll have like one, just kind of send both prompts to them, see which one's winning, or it gets me better, and then move on to try and develop it. But it's there are certain things that uh, I still have to test this stuff that it works. But like I found a way of exporting stuff so it could either have an A position or a T pose, which for rigging that's just like the rest position, and it's a bit of a pain there to switch those there. But if I can have them at both at the start points, that means I don't have to the next person doesn't have to care about that.
Yeah.
It is a very hacky procedure. It is you go through copy rotations, you copy everything you want, and then you keyframe it at 1 to get it to copy T pose, and then for A pose you go to frame 0 and set that influence to 0 to trick the system into giving that as its rest position. It is incredibly hacky, but it does work. So it's
When you're exporting, you're talking about exporting. Are you just talking about you go to Mixamo and you find like one of the rigs that you like, and then you're exporting just the skeleton rig? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. Take a Mixamo and retarget it to it. I use the XBot, which is I think the most iconic of the Mixamo things. So it'll match their proportions. It's not going to be perfect, but it's also just like gets it to people who are maybe not super good into rigging to be like, okay, you can run this on a Mixamo character now.
But you're doing this specifically for the ASL thing, right?
Yes, it's also just
So,
like it's useful to know in general.
yeah, for sure. But like I'm getting to the point that with Mixamo,
Yeah.
it doesn't do like full on fingers though, does it? When you export the entire rig, Because like, do you have to add fingers to it to make it
I
ASL
think
worthy?
I think there are some Mixamos that do have fingers, but
Yeah,
like not all of them. Like
I know
give
it does
me
like the basic hand movements, like grabbing and
yeah.
like chopping or whatever, or like
Yeah, I
punching
think
or
there are a
something.
few that like they do. It's one of those, if it doesn't need it, they'll just let you not have it to reduce
Hmm.
on space. But I'm pretty sure there are some ones that do. Let's sign up. Let's go and log in. See that? Because like yeah, some of them like you'll see hand movements on different positions. Like they're generally not the best of this because this was, also done a way long ago. Um, and often with their hand movements, they don't really move that much, or that they'll have the hand in X position, but they won't really move it from there. So it's they did some great stuff, but it's also just it's a very odd. Mixamo is just very odd in the sense
Hmm.
of they come out like 10 years too early, and then they do nothing with it, which is like kind of sad, but also I'm very thankful to the wonderful people at Adobe for just leaving it up like that because um, it,
I
it
heard
hasn't
some,
really been touched in a few years.
I heard some complaints that they bought it from someone else, and there was used to be animal rigs with it, but they like axed that part of the project.
Yeah, there is like a successor project called Mesh to Motion that I think is very cool. Um, Give me 1 second. They're trying to be like a open source alternative, which we got to give it out props to them for the things there. I'm going to just post that in the meeting notes because StreamYard is still just not letting me join chat.
Hmm. Let's see if the
So,
meeting notes work. I see the meeting notes, but comments. Let me see. Is the chat working for me? I just got
oh,
StreamYard,
I,
so I'm
I got
still.
a private chat, so I was trying test. I see that.
You saw that on my end, but it doesn't work on your end. Do you have the? Oh,
Oh,
there. Yeah,
it's
there you
because
go.
I was going to comments. That's what was screwing me up. I was going to
Oh,
comments because
okay. Yeah,
like when it
that's
says
for
private
like
chat.
that like connects to YouTube if anyone's on there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so unfortunately one of those lessons of actually I was the problem. I hope that never happens again. But yeah, so that's for the first 5 minutes. I was just wondering, like, why is it not letting me comment on this?
Yeah, and I still gotta figure out my setup where I can actually see the comments, because when I go over to something else, the comments get put behind something. I gotta work on all that. I don't know if I can pop it out or something. But yeah, what's the link there?
That's Mesh to Motion, which is attempting to be the open source successor to Mixamo, and they do have animal rigs. So, very cool project.
Can you put the link in the chat though, and I can put it on the screen
Oh,
there?
wait 1 second.
Yeah,
Put it in the meetup. 1 second. I will grab and give it to you.
no worries. All right, let's see what's going on here. Bring 3D models to life. So this is all open source and free, or do you have to pay as you go or something? Or?
I think it is free, though. They do ask for supports or co-fees, but they've got
Yeah.
some animal stuff there. I'm happy to see someone picking up the mantle of Mixamo. Like,
Yeah, no, I find it because it's like if I go to, I'll show you mine here. If I go to accounts. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, wrong one. This one. there's like I have I make music videos, right? But I like
Right.
to use Mixamo to make them dance.
Hey, that's like
Yeah.
knowing how much work it takes to do that. Do you want to send a link to your YouTube channel so I can subscribe?
You can't see. Can you hear it right now and see it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send it to you. And that skeleton I didn't make. I got it off of for free off of Blender Swap, I believe. And then I don't know if I remember to credit the should be a yeah. It was a Creative Commons license to use, and then I used that skeleton in Mixamo to make him dance like that, right?
Oh yeah, that's one of the why I love Mixamo so much is that it really does give people an entry point into animation. Like it can go really deep. I've gotten pretty deep into it, but I also know that it can go just so much further. But it's nice to just have something where it's like, okay, if you're starting out, here's where I'd go. And like for me, I'm just very saddened that Mixamo just seems frozen in time. I'm happy other people want to avenge it. I'm not sure if they use that word terminology, but yeah, it's like exciting because like getting these things to other people, you have your idea of how you'd use it, but generally like if you make things decently available to other people, you're always going to be surprised in what ends up being used for it.
That's what I love about the open source community and trying to keep it all free is a lot of people of various abilities and various a poor kid that can use Blender for free could blow your mind by using these things in ways you never thought of before, right? And they get that opportunity rather than having some sort of paywall that they can't afford.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, but have you seen the OK Go music video they made with the Blender Foundation?
Trying to remember. I've seen a couple of interesting ones.
Yeah.
This one's OK Go by Blender Foundation.
OK Go is a band. They made this and they open sourced the files that they used to make it. So like you can find a lot of how they made it on there, but like since you do
official animated video.
All right, we got lip sync, head sync. Let's roll.
Now as a practical matter, it's pointless to address you directly here. Any probabilistic adjustments will dissolve in the sea of everything, everyone, everywhere, other has done as you swallow before. But let me sing with you, darling, to the end of the scene. Let me sing with you, sire, to the all. Will you lace up your shoes and come dancing with me? Let me sing with you after we're gone. Still no stochastic parent has yet called on his nation to knock back bleach. And if mermaids still linger at all here, they sing each to each while you're everything everyone ever has done blows the hinges from the Chinese room door. Oh, let me sing with you, darling, to the end of the scene. Let me sing with you, sire, to the all. Will you lace up your shoes and come dancing with me? Let me sing with you.
And I have to say, like, the actual characters themselves are like super simple and they look awesome. But then you look at this and you're like, oh, this is when the computer starts to break.
Well, yeah,
that's a lot of processing power to make that many. I don't know if they're geonoding that or if they're arraying that or what's going on there.
The reason I recommend it is just also there are a lot of like things where they'll explain what they did. Yeah, they used a lot of geonodes, but it's also just like it's interesting to just see other people's process is and like, okay, this is what they think is important about this, or here's their things. And sometimes you're just like, oh, I had no idea that this this tab actually does something useful, because there's like, I don't think I've ever touched the compositing tab in my life. I'm sure it would change my life.
I still keep meaning to try to learn that, but yeah, I haven't touched it either. I know it's there and it's there to make things look nicer. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
we could show that up here. So there's in Blender, there's all sorts of tabs, and then there's a compositing one. And this is basically you use nodes too to do this, and then you can do this for the final output to like kind of. I see it for a lot of. I'm trying to look into getting better at more realism. And if you're trying to make like realistic scenes, a lot of people use a compositor at the end to do good lighting and different colorations of their final project there. But yeah, that's really cool, man. I like how they started it with showing the facial tracking. That's I don't know. Do you know if that's a specific add-on they use for Blender? Does it say?
I think because it's Blender Foundation, like you can find the source files. So I think it's not like it. I think it is an extension, but not like a paid add-ons, which is good.
This is so I went here and source files and extras. Extras are available at blender.org projects impulse purchase. Watch impulse purchase.
The OC live, so that's the puppeteering demo. That'd be how to set up live link. So that might be they might be using live link from like a phone, which I know exists on iPhones. I'm not sure if it exists on Android, but it's oh nope, there's Android up there. It's like they've got options of live link. I think you have to slightly like it's a $5 app, so it's like not completely free, but also like, I mean, $5 for a facial capture. Yeah. So it's useful to know that there are like other types of tools out there, and it's just also fascinating to see what other people's workflows are.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many too, and I was trying one before. I don't know if I still have it on my phone. Let's see if I can find the name of it. It was called I'm still running a lower on this computer. Oh, it's called Blender Track, and that's kind of the same thing. It takes like a really complex recording of your face and then translates it into vertices and on a rig for with bones and all that. Actually, I think no. Sorry, it creates a a basic face mesh that looks and is shaped like your face, and then it makes it animates all the points, different vertices on that face to do the facial expressions. But I found it was pretty heavy on resources. I don't know if I can. That was something I was always interested in because I'm fascinated by the idea of like filming yourself and then changing it in a variety of ways. And I've been trying to do it with like different AI programs for like outside of Blender, and then I've tried in Blender, but it gets super technical and frustrating at certain points when you try to get into the advanced animations and stuff. So I commend your patience and interest in doing it with ASL and all that stuff.
Well, the goal is you do it once and then it's done forever, or at least the worst parts are done forever. You can just be like, okay, here's the cookie cutter solution.
Yeah, you got.
I update the rig on occasion. Mostly it's changing the scripts so that I usually use downgit to download like an individual file. Is there? Or save again? Yeah.
I should be able to download it right here, no?
Yep.
Right there. Oh, this is probably not going to work on mine because I'm on this computer. I'm running an older version of Blender. I still got to figure out. Yeah, no. What version of Blender is that one built in? Just say.
I usually don't know on any given month which one it is, though every file I do, one of the things I do is I have a little notepad with it, like the day I did it and what version of Blender I was using.
Yeah.
Because you never know when, like,
which version. Are you fully updated on your computer with the newest version?
I usually kind of give like a month before to do updates because like every month or so I hope to just give what I've currently got on there, because sometimes like when I'm doing the refactor on the exporter, that's a lot of junk and a lot of loose like fixed version 001, fixed version 002, and like just trying to get that there. Once I've got them to work, I'm more happy to be like, okay, here it is, here's what it does, do with this as you will. But it's I'm hopeful that as Blender gets better and as I get better as coding, that I can make it like even easier than it is right now. Because right now I'm it's complicated because I don't understand it well enough.
Yeah.
And that's just like, I wish that wasn't the case, because like the problem with that is very clearly that is my issue. But though I'm also looking at the sizes of this event, like how did it blow up so much? And might be just need to go in and some of the old files and just clear out some of the stuff that just accumulates over time.
I swear I opened it on this computer. I'm trying to remember like
usually it was just like you just go to a letter, pick things there, and just could either get the full mesh version and the zipped version or the unzipped. Recently found out that I was sending the full copies up there, which I'm like, oh, I need to go and fix that in my pipeline because that's blowing up the size of this archive a lot. But so far, GitHub has not told me to stop, so I wait in bated breath for the day that they tell me to stop using them for free storage.
You got so much in here, man. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of fun. I hope to get, like, part of why I'm updating the pipeline is I think AI might get to the point where I can automate most of what's remaining. That's a knock on wood thing. And then once it's done, it's like see there are other competitors in the space now, which there didn't used to be before, which for me is a little bit it's validating because I started in 2020 and a lot of these things have started in the last 2 years. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get something that works and helps people. But if not, it'll at least be, just a thing that I can, give to the animation community and be like, okay, not quite good for its main purpose. That's, might not be fully able to do that. But hey, this is stuff you can learn how to animate with. You can practice with, you can go and remix or do whatever, because like Mixamo certainly helped me in my animation journey. I hope to help people in their next animation journey if we're not able to get all the way there. Yeah, I'd probably go to if you just ASL4 and then there's the FAX files. That's where like just the various versions of this. And part of the reason I need to redo the exporter is just to clean up a lot of things that I thought were going to be useful, but like they just ended up being more complicated.
Well,
That's
this one 2 years ago, so I'm just trying to like get one open and kind of.
yeah, that one won't have much in it because it is just an action files, so that if you have a Mixamo, you can just attach those actions. So the pose library.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, this one actually open, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have another PC with like the more recent version of Blender, but I have this Mac here, and because Mac moved from was Intel to like Silicon G metal
The
or
M1
whatever it
chips and
is.
whatnot.
Yeah, it's just my Blender cannot be updated on this computer anymore.
I had to rebuild my PC about 6 months ago. Was a major pain, but I am hoping to never have to do it again, or to be at the point where you're just like, here's my budget, go here. Here's you can take 20% as a finder's fee. Give me the best rig possible and assemble it, because there's just so much to know about like PC builds and anything, and like there is an entire like fandom around these products that I just find kind of baffling.
I was thinking about like trying to like build my own PC, buy the CPU, buy the GPU and all that stuff, and get the motherboard, do it all myself, and then put like Linux on it. And then I was like, oh, I would love to do that, but it's gonna take way too long. I just want a PC that can run Blender and render cycles, videos, and stuff. And so I just went with like a nice gaming PC, and then even that, like it just drives me nuts with Windows and having the proper drivers. And I would find that I tried to play with Unreal Engine a bit and rendering certain Blender files, and the monitor would just freeze up. Whatever reason, it would just keep freezing the GPU, and I'd have to restart the computer. And I tried like absolutely everything to make it work, and no matter what I did, I would think I'd have it, and like I'd be working with it for a couple days, 5 days, 10 days, and then day 15, and it's just like it freezes again. I'm like, oh my god. So I luckily just from years ago I have a USB to HDMI adapter, and I just pull that out, and it for some reason like it still works. So I use that, and now I just run the monitor off that. And then if I need to use a GPU for like the rendering and running the actual software, that works. And then now the monitor doesn't freeze. But yeah, the technology is complicated, man.
Not sponsored, but I tried to assemble my own PC. I eventually gave up, paid to find people at Memory Express to fix things. They did a very good job. I am not sponsored to say this, but also if you're Edmonton locals, yeah, they did all right.
Yeah.
Though I'm still
I
resent them a
like
little.
Memory Express. That's where I got my PC from.
I still resent a little bit because I'm like, listen, I watched so many videos to figure out how to do this myself, and I still couldn't do it. So I'm like, shucks, maybe next time.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look more into this one. I appreciate you sharing the Mesh to Motion org.
Oh yeah, and it's like there's lots of one of the coolest things about Blender is you just find a lot of people who are doing very cool things that are like, maybe I can't be the best person to collaborate with for whatever reason, but I can say like, oh, this is who I'd go to for this. This is who I'd go to for this. This is someone who's doing interesting stuff on this. It's lots of there's lots of people doing really cool things.
Absolutely. I got like the lightest membership for this one here, meshy.ai. I found this one fun for quickly making characters and stuff like that. I'll see if I can show this one off. I'm not affiliated with this in any way. I just use it as a hobby on my own. But because I'm trying to, like, you know, as I want to meet Blender artists and work with people over time, and but as I'm by myself trying to make, you know, there's like a quick music video and have extra characters and all that stuff, and it's like I got a full-time job and stuff. I don't have all the time in the world to spend, you know, hours and hours making character after character. I suppose after, like, you know, in another 10 years, because I do on my own create my own characters, but yeah, it's like it's a very slow process, right?
If you don't need it for a video game or something where like the frame per second, yeah, just, you know, you use what you've got. You know, I don't like the meshes you get out of there are generally, you know, pretty dense, but like if you don't need to care too much about you know, how expensive it is on the computer, or you can just render it slowly, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, this is like, I want to make a little cute fucking, oops, there's animal, and you make this guy, right? And it also has its own rigging and animate software here too, so you can set it up with a rig, and then you can pick a variety of pre-defined. And this one, they do have animals as well.
Nice.
So I think you can do one. Let's try. I think it takes a bit of time here, but you can go like a model, and then sorry, where is it? Workspace. Text to 3D. Just like a dog, and then you can make it, I think, a pose. Generate it for 20 little coins there.
Yeah, the A pose, T pose thing, that's what I'm trying to get my stuff to be able to be output to either version.
Is an A pose an animal, or is that a
No.
humanoid?
T pose is a little easier to explain because everything agrees on what a T pose is. Just arms out, 90 degrees. It's not a very natural position for the human body. Like, you do it yourself and you're like, this thing's there. But most people can agree with that. A pose is a little bit more natural. You get better deformations. But what an A pose is will vary by like things there. Like T is 90 degrees on the shoulders, pretty much always. Where A pose is a more relaxed, natural position for the human body, but you're not always in agreement on where are your arms bent or not? Is it there?
This is an A pose you're talking about right here?
Yep. Yeah. The thing about, there are many versions of A pose. There's basically only one version of the T pose, because everyone knows.
Like, the T pose is good for rigging, right? Like, that's a T pose.
Oh yeah, and like there's they're both good. They do slightly different things, but like you generally, if you're not deep in the weeds, you get your thing. It either starts in an A pose or it's T pose, and you just kind of keep it as that, because you're just like always telling them to like rotate, to do calculations based off this, like move up, move down, move left, right. And A pose tends to get you better shoulder deformations, because if you're trying to make a character in the T pose, it's a very weird position for your shoulders to be in. It's pretty extended. So then when you try to get it back to normal, it looks a little weird.
So it kind of it morphs it in a bad way, almost like this might even be an example right here, right? Like
because you're like,
does weird things to the geometry.
Yeah, it like anything. All of this can be overcome with various techniques, but since I don't know which is going to be the best for the future, I'm going to try and output them in both. You know, probably one will end up being more popular than the other, and you just be like, well, I guess that was the winner. But you dust your hands because you have no idea which one it's going to be.
Just hoping these can generate fast enough here. I don't know. Sometimes this used to be pretty fast. I don't know if it's I want to show the stream how you can generate it, and then you can auto rig it. I actually haven't tried the actual full real animal thing yet, so I want to try that. But yeah, like these, it's pretty cool what you can do, man. Like the AI stuff is pretty. It's wildly impressive, and I honestly think that I was thinking the other day that Blender is probably in the next iterations down the road gonna insert some sort of AI part right within Blender. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think there will be extensions for that, but probably not directly.
In the core.
Just because they're like Berkeley recently released a they hooked up a picture to Blender and told their AI to just like code what they saw. It looks pretty neat, like from a trailer, but it's also one of those. I bet I'll be less enthused if I ever get a chance to like play with it and see it's like, oh, that's not, oh, that's what they were doing here, and that's like less usable. But it's still like Blender. Probably most important feature is that it's a fully in like Python interpreter, so you can just like run it through these things, and it can do lots of very cool things. Blender AI. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to explain here, you're more than welcome to share your screen too if you want.
Give me one quick second to see if I can find that, and I will if I can. I think it was Berkeley. I will now go mad trying to find this thing that I saw earlier today. It's yeah, but there's definitely a lot of stuff with how it interacts, and it'll be interesting to see if they can get GeoNodes and AI to cooperate. I think that should be possible because GeoNodes are in many ways just Python wrappers. Or probably C++, and that like if you can get them to cooperate, that opens up a lot of possibilities for good and iterative control. But
Can't find it.
I will post it in the meetup.com notes for this event when I do. But I feel it's proper to just to let that go for now. But
I'm posting in the meetup chat there. That's a Telegram group chat that I'm trying to make for everyone to be able to communicate in. No one's in there yet, so I would like to get a variety of Edmonton artists in there that can, if anyone ever wants to communicate or meet up or make friends or help each other out, they can. That can be like the kind of the chat group.
Yeah, sure. I'm not really
I don't
much
know.
for Telegram myself, but like, it's I hope here's AI, one that searches through Discord and finds messages that are actually relevant to you. Is this everyone or is this me being tagged? Because if it's me being tagged, I want to respond to people. But if it's everyone, that's usually not that important.
Yeah, no, I hate that about Discord. I used it a bunch back in the day, but you always have to go in every time you join one and make sure you change all the notifications. Otherwise, it's just nonstop. And
It's an
with the
amazing program for when you have a few servers there, but the more you go into, the worse it gets, which is very baffling.
yeah, and yeah, they get really loaded. And Telegram can get like that too. But for this Blender one, I'm gonna keep it as private as possible. And then if I'm gonna manage it to make sure if anyone is spamming it or anything, they're gonna be gone. I want to keep it very clean too, so there's not like if it does get spammed, I'll delete all the spam, so only the legitimate stuff's in there, kind of.
I mean, yeah, it does happen to everyone. Recently, the Omniverse server had like a hacked account, which was doing things that shouldn't have, which is it happens to all of us, but it's also just one of those things of very there is no level of tech person where this just doesn't happen to them,
Absolutely.
which is
It's
a lesson in humility for us all.
Yeah, I love the internet for sure, but there's a lot of scams and garbage on there too, for sure. And it's just like you gotta weed through it all, man.
Yep.
But anyways, this is taking way longer than it used to. I don't know if this website's getting really busy now because it used to generate a lot faster than this. But I was going to show that before we left, but I think I'm going to call it a day on this meetup. And it was good talking to you again, David, and I hope to see you again. And next time I'm going to try to make it so my PC can be shown on here and I can run stuff that is made with more recent Blender files, because I think that's a good thing. I should make sure that I have the ability to do there.
Yep, that sounds like a good idea. I'll look forward to the next meeting next month.
Yeah, it'll be probably be a month and a half from now or something like that.
Month and a half? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm able to attend, I will. But it's always kind of hard to forecast out. But I do think it's good for the community, the Edmonton community, to have people in here, because there's just we've got like a pretty good and deep pool of people in just various interests, and it's just trying to figure out how they can, the 3D printer it has stuff to teach us all. The animator has stuff to teach us all. There's always something to learn, and there's always like a different way of looking at certain problems.
That's actually a good point. I mentioned that because I didn't have it on my notes when I was doing the little presentation at the beginning there, but the 3D printing thing is becoming bigger, and that would be kind of a cool IRL thing to do if we get to the point where we got maybe 5 people that are interested in that. We can because you can go to the Edmonton Library and they have 3D printers there that can be used, and if we all maybe like spend a meetup trying to like teach each other how to make a model, and then we can all like go there and try to actually 3D print the models. That's just off the top of my head an idea for a possibility in the future. I think it'd be really cool.
My my friend does 3D printing, so I might ask him if he's got it, like if he could give any good advice. And it's good. Yeah. And I'm hoping that to find more interesting people in the community.
Yeah, that would be a really good thing to focus on the stream too. If we have anybody that is able to explain how to interface it and all that stuff with what to do properly, because I know when you're making models for 3D printing, you have to try to keep the vertices down as low as possible, and it's got to be very basic. And then I guess you probably need an add-on for that would hook up with the printer, I would assume. Or I don't know. I think maybe some you can just put the Blender file into the 3D printer software or something. I don't know. An FBX maybe?
What's interesting would be that to go and I'll ask him if he's available for the next meeting and if he can give any advice.
Yeah, and
No guarantees, but
yeah,
I'm
and if
sure
you can
these
think of-
questions have been answered.
If you can think of any subjects or anything you want to talk about, or you can get a friend to talk about that you know, this is an absolutely open forum, and if someone wants to completely take over a meetup and do a whole meetup, or just a part of a meetup, or you want me to talk about a specific subject, just send me some messages on the meetup or in the Telegram, man.
Okay, sounds good. I'll hopefully be able to access the Telegram from my phone.
Yeah, there's a Telegram app.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and do that. But thank you for the meeting, and hopefully see you next time.
Yeah, good seeing us. Cheers. Have a good one, eh?
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, I hope to see more people join in. Have a good one.